Welcome back. We are staying with the mega CNN News 18 exclusive and a mega CNN News 18 impact. After expensive clothes and slippers were seized from Conman Sukesh's cell, now Tihar Jail authorities have ordered a probe. This is the big story that we continue to track. But before we actually get in our colleagues to throw more perspective and offer more light on this story, let's take a look at what exactly has happened. The footage that we've managed to access from inside the Tihar Jail premises from within the cell of Sukesh Chandrashekhar. So this is what we have at the moment. You can see Sukesh Chandrashekhar crying. Now this is a very, very dramatic footage that we've managed to access from inside the prison cell of Sukesh Chandrashekhar, the very cell where he's lodged at. Why is he crying? Now the next set of images will reveal to you this is what has happened. So on a tip-off, there was a probe. There was some sort of a tip-off because of which the Tihar Jail authorities managed to come into the cell of Sukesh Chandrashekhar and they have seized expensive items that he had somehow managed to bring into his cell. That included Gucci slippers worth 1.5 lakhs, 3 pair of jeans that were worth 80,000 each. And these are the ramblings that happened inside the cell. There were obviously all the authorities who'd come in, searched the cell of Sukesh Chandrashekhar and took away all these expensive items. My colleague Anand Tiwari, who's managed to access this exclusive footage for us, is joining us on the broadcast. Anand, अब ये बड़ी खबर है कि तिहाड़ जेल अथॉरिटीज एक प्रोब ऑर्डर कर रही हैं. ये एक मेगा न्यूज 18 इम्पैक्ट है.
जी देखिए, बिल्कुल न्यूज 18 इंडिया की खबर का बड़ा असर हुआ है. तिहाड़ के तमाम बड़े अधिकारी जो हैं इस सीसीटीवी फुटेज को देखने के बाद हरकत में आए हैं और अब वो इस इंक्वायरी कराएंगे कि आखिर सुकेश चंद्रशेखर के पास ये गुच्ची की चप्पल और ये जो ब्रांडेड जीन्स है महंगी, ये कैसे उसके पास पहुंची. क्या जब वो तिहाड़ से मंडोली जेल शिफ्ट हुआ था तो अपने साथ उसने ये सारे आर्टिकल जो हैं ये लेके आया और वहां पर किसकी मिलीभगत से ये आर्टिकल जो है मंडोली जेल तक पहुंचे. इसमें यह भी बड़ा सवाल है कि मंडोली जेल में जब भनक लगी है दोनों अधिकारियों को, उसके बाद उन्होंने ये रेड्स की और इसकी जानकारी जो है वो जेल ऑफिसर्स को दी है. तो ये फुटेज काफी ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है और ये कोर्ट में तिहाड़ में को लेकर सुकेश चंद्रशेखर की मुश्किलें काफी बढ़ाएगा, क्योंकि सुकेश चंद्रशेखर के कई मामले जो हैं, चाहे वो ईओडब्ल्यू का मनी लॉन्ड्री का मामला हो या दिल्ली पुलिस का ईओडब्ल्यू का मामला हो, मकोका का, ये तमाम मामले पटियाला हाउस कोर्ट में चल रहे हैं. इनमें लगातार जो ट्रायल है वो भी चल रहा है और उसमें वक्त वक्त पर सुकेश चंद्रशेखर की पेशी होती है. तो देखना होगा कि जो ईडी और दिल्ली पुलिस है इस तरह के जब सीसीटीवी फुटेज सामने आते हैं तो उस पर कोर्ट में किस तरह से अपना पक्ष रखेगी कि सुकेश चंद्रशेखर लगातार तिहाड़ जेल के अंदर अभी भी कुछ ऐसी एक्टिविटीज कर रहा है जो गैर कानूनी है, जो जेल मैनुअल के खिलाफ है और लगातार वो ऐसी ट्रिक अपना रहा है कि उसे तिहाड़ से साउथ इंडिया की जेल में शिफ्ट कर दिया जाए.
Right. Anand, continue to stay with us. Anshul is also with us on the broadcast. Anshul, this important point that Anand was making, that all these trickery and gimmicks are being exercised by Sukesh Chandrashekhar, a con man who is lodged in Tihar Jail, all this so that he is shifted to another prison. This is a big revelation.
Well, definitely Sukesh Chandrashekhar has constantly been making such efforts so that he could be shifted to other jail, because remember, he has constantly, after fiasco happened where the senior Tihar Jail officials were actually transferred from Tihar because of the kind of facilities that Sukesh was in fact getting inside the Tihar jails. After that, Sukesh started writing letters. He started dropping those letter bombs in which he wrote letters to the Tihar Jail DG, and also regarding how he was influenced by Satyendra Jain and how he was speaking to people like Manish Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal as well. In those letters, he claimed that since he has now spoken against the Delhi government, his life is at risk and he should be shifted from that jail, Mandoli jail, to some jail in south so that he could be safe. But yes, all these gimmicks of Sukesh Chandrashekhar are of no use, because remember, the court has already said that he is very safe inside the jail cells of Tihar. And in fact, this time around as well, now as Anand Tiwari has been reporting, that an investigation has been ordered into the entire matter. So it is going to be very, very interesting to see from where did he get his hands on these articles, such expensive articles. Did he get his hands on in recent time, or did he get his hand on these articles during the previous administration of the Tihar jail? So yes, all these questions needs to be answered. But yes, the kind of visuals that have come to the fore, the kind of raids that have happened is definitely very, very shocking, and tell a story that how the brain of this con man Sukesh Chandrashekhar is continuously working, and he's continuously thinking of conning people and of benefiting himself from any action that he could take. So yes, all these details that have come to the fore are definitely very shocking, and now the Tihar Jail administration needs to come to the fore and reply to these questions as to from where did he get his hand on such expensive items inside the jail cell, where it is definitely not allowed for any person who is under trial, because remember, the kind of allegations that are against Sukesh Chandrashekhar is very shocking and are very big allegations. He has cases of makoka against him, which means that even after arrested by the Delhi police, he was still operating from inside the jail cell. In fact, he was providing money, bribing police officials and other officials in and around him to get a better standard of life. The kind of soaps, the kind of shampoos that he was using, all this is being interrogated right now. And even after the interrogation was already happening, Sukesh Chandrashekhar still did not back down. In continued to spend money to live a luxurious life inside
Absolutely.
the jail
And
cells,
hence,
even though
Anshul, this
he was
probe
sleeping
that
inside.
has now been ordered by the Tihar Jail authorities will also have many of these police officials in the dock, because certainly there's somebody from within the Tihar Jail complex that is working for Sukesh Chandrashekhar for some amount of cash, because of which these items really made it to his very cell.
Well, definitely, the entire allegation is now, or the entire problem is now with the Tihar Jail authority, because if you see, without the Tihar Jail authority or without few officials or the havaldars who are deployed in the security of Sukesh Chandrashekhar and in the security of the jail, without their go ahead, it is almost impossible that anyone could get through the jail security. And Tihar Jail and the Mandoli Jail are known as one of the most secured jail in the across the country. In fact, people give examples of Tihar jail cell as to how crucial and how much security is there inside these jail cell. But yes, the manner in which Sukesh Chandra has been able to breach this security and convince officials of the Tihar Jail to come out and help him out of their way by trying to bribe them or giving them some benefits in some way or some manner. Because remember, he does not always bribe people with money. He actually tells them ways to earn some more money. He actually tells them some other stories to earn more money. And this is the modus operandi of Sukesh Chandrashekhar. And even after there are so many big cases against him, there are so many big allegations against him, Sukesh Chandrashekhar continues to con the people, to convince people to come out and to go out of their way and help him in some way or the other. So the jail authorities would now have to take a very strong call as to where do they want to keep Sukesh Chandrashekhar. Do they want to keep him in isolation, because the manner in which he is easily able to influence people in and around him, that is something very crucial, and that needs to be a way needs to be figured out by the Tihar Jail authorities at this point in time, to make sure that Sukesh Chandrashekhar is away from the public view and he is not trying to convince anyone to go out of their way and actually help.
Absolutely. And Anjul, he's such a colourful character. I mean, the way we are seeing him cry for the loss of his luxury items from within the cell premises is a very dramatic visual as it is. And we've seen the kind of reportage that has been associated with the con man, with this master tricker, the fact that he's sent out Valentine's Day messages to his ex Jacqueline, he sued a certain actor for 100 crore rupees for defamation, all of this, writing letters in fact to Arvind Kejriwal accusing that he had in fact been associated in some way or the other with the Aam Aadmi Party, and he was in fact paid money, or bribing the officials of Tihar Jail. All of this really speaks of the kind of stuff that he can do, and everything has been associated with him.